planning on tearing that up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we want to get through this, and hopefully we got a nice cushion. And then we can go revisit these things, likely in the spring or soon we finish. We just gotta have a bank of money, and what we're trying to do is save the money in case any of these type of situations occur, so that we don't have to ask for anything else.
Oh, okay.
So that's the goal.
The other thing that we took out of the project was that bridge, that covering between the rec center and the high school.
Yeah, we took that out too. Again, it was just this surplus.
Okay.
We're saving so that we get the bill without executing.
So can you explain one thing to me? I know we can't do the GMPs until we get a contract. So are they going to start working on a contract to raise John Dewey sooner than later?
Right, so they're about to bid John Dewey out soon. So John Dewey should be coming soon.
Okay.
Soon.
Okay.
Oh, so you don't have the bid right now for
No,
John Dewey.
John Dewey. So they're about to bid John Dewey.
Okay.
Again, John Dewey, so we don't run into the problem we have with Warrensville. We gotta get down with it. You know, mess around with it, we don't do anything, we tear it down.
Right.
Okay.
If we keep it up, then we're gonna run into Warrensville.
Right.
And what we find in these meetings with me and Mr. Jolly is that sometimes our buildings, especially like Eastwood and now John Dewey, we don't know if they got basements. We don't know what extra work that a demo company would have to do, and they charge extra if they do have basements.
Right,
And
so
was there a basement?
Okay. Nobody knew. They didn't know before. So they
Oh, wow.
knocked it up, knocked it down. So it's like a cross.
But you still have to fill that hole sometimes.
And they charge you
And
for that.
cost.
And that's a charge.
So a lot of that dirt you see, some of that dirt that you see around, you don't feel that high school.
Oh, okay.
That's a massive.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a basement in high school too?
No.
Oh.
But they know it's an area that's underground.
Oh, okay. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Well, thank you. There's nothing else. Dr. Rock, can you please call the roll?
Mrs. Gator?
Yes.
Mrs. Newman?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Yes, motion passes 5-0. So now we're going to go back to item 3 to discuss the resolution for board policies 31-2201 and 41-2201.
All right, so I can start the conversation. This resolution was brought to the board for possible consideration based on final law and alcohol being at the high school or served at the school by outside vendor. I asked to remove it today to want to do way more research to ensure that we are covering the concerns of the board and ensuring that the best interests of the district. So today I did talk to our insurance. Our insurance stated that we could host the event, but the vendor who serves the alcohol would need to have a license and they would have to have liability insurance. The district would be covered for the hosting event, so we can host the event. But the people who serving it have to have insurance because the people that serving it would be liable for anything that happens after that. Upon more consideration and talking to Donna, we want to make sure that every question that might come up in any lawsuit, that if anything happens, that we can address it. And at this time tonight, we're not ready to answer those questions. So that's why we want to pull it, gather any other questions from the board so that we can present that to the insurance company and to our attorneys. And if they make a recommendation, no, then we won't bring it. We won't have it. We will do our best to vet the door to keep things out as best as possible. But we want to have all the information for you before we bring the resolution. And at this point, I do not have all the information. So I do not want to bring it to your decision. That's why I want to do it.
Well, I, for one, appreciate that. Because as you know, I did have questions with insurance and how we're going to contain the students. I know we've got the wristbands.
It's no students, this is adult.
The alumni, excuse me.
Oh, so you saying there's no minors, no one under 18?
Nobody under 18 should be in there, but it's gonna be people under 21.
But
Right.
and that's the issue. You've got students, you've got alumni between the ages of 18 and 20, let's say, that could potentially get access to it. I know they're going to have the wristbands, but so I'm curious to see how you guys plan to contain it. I think about what they do at what's it
Warrensville
called?
Festival.
The festival, yes, where they have it set up. You can't take your drink cup out. There should be no drinks on the floor. So that's one thing.
But hold on. What do you mean on the floor?
Well,
You mean out?
I'm envisioning a dance floor. I'm envisioning everybody, out dancing.
You got to keep it
So
in a
you
certain
can't
area.
have it out of that certain area. You can't be on the floor if you're dancing with a drink in your hand. Alcohol. I mean, that's my take on it. So that's one concern, is making sure that we're able to contain it. The liquor license, that was something I wrote down, so I'm glad to hear that that is going to be something that we need to address. And I think that's the main thing for me, is making sure that as a district, we're not liable when John leaves out of there at midnight. What time does it end?
Midnight.
Yeah, when John leaves out of there at midnight, and if John gets hurt, are we considered liable for that in any kind of way? Even if legally we're not, morally, I would feel bad if somebody got hurt because they had, consumed drinks at this event, and we suspended this policy just to have this event. So I also have concerns with just suspending a policy like this. It's just not something that's done that often. So that's my take.
Well,
I'll let everybody else.
Well, my take is because the school is sponsoring it. Because the school is sponsoring it, I just don't feel that there should be any alcohol on the premises, period. And I understand there's adults, and some adults may bring their own, but I just don't want us to have a vineyard that's going to be selling alcohol. I'm just totally against that.
Do you need more water? I have an extra one.
Understood. I mean, that's why we're gonna bring all that information in. The board would be whoever there.
Well, just to piggyback what Mimi said with the Warrensville Festival, and I've been in contact with Michelle Phelps with Alumni Association. We've done it the last 5 years, and what it is that we actually get an F2 license from the liquor control, and myself and Michelle are on that liquor license, and we, like Mimi said, only can sell it to 21. We normally have the older seniors there to card people if they didn't think so. But yeah, you have to stay in one area. But we were just selling beer and wine, and I guess that's what we're looking to do.
But Ray, were you on a school premises?
No.
Were you
No.
always doing that?
It's the park.
Yeah.
Or you always at the park? See, to me that's different.
Right.
Being at the park, but being at the school itself. I just have a serious problem with that.
The location or the beer and wine?
The beer and wine.
The beer and wine.
I know you said you have
Alcohol,
a problem with the location.
Pardon me?
It'd be in the school.
It'll be in the school. To me, it's a school event. We are sponsored.
I didn't think we were open that building. Are we opening the building? Or is it
So
just
I
outside?
think the concern is the last day of school is May 20th.
May 19th.
May
May
19th.
19th.
I forgot the date change. Forgive me. So the last day of school is May 19th. So at that point, it is a school building,
Right.
but there won't be any more academics. The reason that the building cannot be decommissioned as a school building
Right.
is because the moment we do that, we lose our insurance coverage.
Right.
Right. That's
So we have to remain a school building to
My
keep
point.
the insurance, and then whomever is coming in as bartend, they have to be insured and they have to have all their license and all the insurance.
That's correct.
So it'll be a school building, but it'll be a building that's coming down a week later. Beginning to come down a week
A
later.
month later.
A month later. Sorry, got my dates on mixed up. So it's a building, but it's no longer a school building where there's any more academics because there's no more kids going in there. But to the point that you made about ensuring that people are going to have to be carded.
Correct.
And to the point Mr. Jolly made, because we've talked about it on the committee, people are going to be people and they're going to bring stuff in. We would hope that they wouldn't. And people more than likely are going to be under the influence of other stuff too.
Yeah, I'm just
So unfortunately, some of the stuff we can control, some we can't.
right.
But we do have to make sure we've got a very clear path to carding, and some of us have worked the summer festival, and there is very stringent carding processes to make sure that folks aren't getting what they shouldn't have.
So let me ask, what is the benefit of having the alcohol?
I think the conversation, to be quite honest, it's an adult event. It is a celebration of the classes that have come through that, and the folks, and we've got. Let me see. Mike is from the very first graduating class in the '60s.
Who is Mike?
I can't think of
It's
it.
one of the community guys.
He's one of our committee
Okay.
members.
You've seen
I
him
can't think
before.
of his last name.
Nice guy. Glass.
He's really, really nice, and he's been very, very active with us. And the whole thought process was, let's just have a party to really celebrate all the fun that has been had in the halls of this establishment for all these years. And so they just wanted more of a cabaret sort of style party to celebrate. But we wanted it controlled with the alcohol. So there's been discussion on how many drinks are people going to be allowed to purchase. So there's things that still have to be defined. And now that we understand that there's, folks that got some concerns, we got to go back to the drawing table. And we have to have some more finite discussions on how we make sure that people don't leave out of here inebriated.
So how long have you guys been having this discussion? Did it just come up that you wanted to serve alcohol?
No, so they've been going on as we've been trying to formulate what's going to happen. So it's just ongoing conversation to the point we don't run away now. So we got to start making moves.
Right, you got to
Making
start
some- making
making
decisions.
some serious decisions.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is we got to decision point. So that's when we had to make sure it came to the
Like
board.
the whole theory of the weekend is all theories. And again, you start putting things down. So that still was the finalization of how they look just got finalized like
Last
3
week.
weeks ago.
Oh no,
Yeah,
it was the last meeting.
Yeah, the last week on how Saturday looked. They,
Oh, okay.
just how everything looked, all of them just crystallized on how it looked. So those conversations, alcohol, some people use it, some people for it. So
You mean even on your committee?
yeah, it's a difference of opinion. The common opinion is people won't come to church anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's the common
Oh yeah.
thread.
And I agree.
It's gonna be liquor, people gonna bring it. So how do you control it? Right. So the conversation is how you control it.
Right. That's going to be
So
the conversation.
that is part of the conversation, but the other side to it, the way I'm seeing it is, if we just don't have alcohol, the people that bring it in, we're not liable for them because they go out and it's not because the school district was
Right,
selling
it was there,
alcohol.
Selling, so there, right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have all kinds of snacks.
Oh, I'm sure.
You're gonna have all kind of ingredients.
But we also have the younger students, even though there's
Right.
different areas. Hey, some of the young ones like the old school music, so they may very well try to come to our side.
Right.
So anyhow, that's
So
my stance on this.
May 10th, we have another conversation with
Yes,
more
we-
information.
well, let me say
And then people make, based on that, we'll have more information.
I'm going to give it some more thought. Are you going back to Donna with some more questions?
Well, that's the thing. We were going to ask if there's any more questions. Please send them to the board, copying Mr. Jolly by email.
So we
Now,
do want
when
to
do
send
you
it.
want to have them?
Tomorrow.
Give me the questions. We got to make that meeting, but we can have one week before me.
That's fine.
Just so we can give her 20 questions. We have other questions we gotta answer. So those questions.
What are the will you share what questions you guys are
So
looking at?
we talked today. I sent her an email with some.
Gotcha, okay.
So me and her in preparation for this meeting. When I told her we got our more conversation. conversation.
Okay.
Because she asked questions about processes, procedures, so forth, that would keep us from being like. So once I get those questions from her, talk to our committee on how we gonna handle these situations. And bring your questions. Then we have a whole lot of information to determine what's the best decision.
Yep. Okay.
So we're gonna gather all the information, all your questions, the liability questions that our team has, the insurance questions. We're gonna put it all together, and then we have that big discussion.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys pulling it back just a little bit and giving us some time to digest it.
Yeah, I totally appreciate it.
Understood and well respected.
Thank you.
All right, that concludes that discussion. It'll be put on the May 10th meeting. Also, the board policy should receive those policies. They'll be on May 10th also.
Is there a budget for the
So the budget is ticket sales is driving over 200 ticket sales.
We have over 200 right now at the $10 rate or the $30 rate.
I don't know.
So here's the funny part. They did a $30 rate, but each of the events is $10.
$10 and $20. Yeah.
So it sounded good to say, hey, you can get all 3 events for $30, but you can still get all 3 events for $30.
Yeah.
So we're using that to fund the event. I mean, there is going to be some overtime that we will pay.
That'd be fun over time, though.
Yeah.
Sure will.
We're going to have to supplement something.
But the goal was to build an event that paid itself, funded itself. Yes,
So we will help a little.
Is there an event at the high school on Friday?
There's a basketball game.
Spaghetti thing.
Oh, that is this Friday. Wait, it's the spaghetti thing is on my calendar. It's still this Friday. Yeah.
Fanny Dean Scholarship.
Miss Gia.
Yeah. At what time?
5 to 7.
Oh, 5 to 7.
So why don't we do
at the
this?
high school?
Yes, ma'am. Why don't we don't have any unfinished business, no news business, no new business. Dr. Rock, do we have any correspondence? So we don't have any correspondence. So Mr. Jolly, go ahead and make all the announcements.
So yes, the Fanny Dean dinner.
Wait a minute.
Spaghetti dinner, $5 is Friday from 5 to 7.
From 5 to 7.
Friday from 5 to 7.
Okay.
And if you want meat, it's $7.
Any
Meat
other?
is $7.
What is?
5 and 7.
It's,
No, everything's $5.
Oh, is it $5?
Everything is $5.
Okay, I seen it was
that's
7.
the 28, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Everything is $5. And then this Saturday, our color game campus second in the state house.
Oh,
Awesome.
Yeah, so they'll be cooking too. Some of the kids be cooking Friday.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, who got first?
That's a good question.
I'm sorry.
Who got first?
I don't
Who
know.
is our competition?
We got
They're coming
I
for
don't
it.
know.
Okay.
But those are 2 great things. So culinary, and they'll be cooking. I mean, they'll be Friday.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Mr. Jolly,
You pay at the door?
They'll pay there, yeah.
Okay.
in regards to the spaghetti dinner, would there be a mechanism set up for people who won't be able to attend but would like to donate?
Yeah, so here's the thing about that. The Fannie Dean Scholarship Fund is on our line. We are encouraging people to submit to that.
Oh, okay.
What happens with the $5 with our system is a 2 or 3% fee to take the $5 down to like
$4.70 or
so we are encouraging people just to
Go directly
put $20
to.
to her scholarship.
Okay, I just wanted to get that out there.
Oh, okay. So even though I'm not going to be around, I can still go online and
You do
make
to
it
the
up.
scholarship fund, because that's where all that chapters go straight to the scholarship fund.
Awesome. Okay.
Your $5 go farther in the scholarship
Your fund than it will be in the spaghetti dinner.
Get there with.
Look at us fundraising. Go on then, right?
I got a question for you, Madam Chair, and I know the board's seen it. Dr. Rock, you're still having your special meeting on May 6th?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So also,
Our special meeting.
then we put the results. So Apollo
It's
Career
like their
Center
retreat thing.
came in first. So you see, those are career centers that we are on.
That's
Ooh,
right.
Auburn
yeah.
Career
Wow.
Center. They've been around for a long time.
They sure
We
have.
did good.
So that just shows the great work. Chuck me.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful.
It's really good.
Yeah,
We couldn't hear you. you.
Bring that to the table.
When is that?
And then what is that? Okay.
Oh,
So we'll
okay.
keep us posted.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta get the information on the chef.
It's great work.
One thing, board, just so we'll be ready, we're going to continue the conversation that I missed when I was sick.
Oh, right.
Oh goodness, we're going to continue. Yeah, we're going to continue those conversations. We also want to make sure those of us that went to Tampa are ready to give
Updates
overviews and updates on our trip at the May 10th meeting.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I know, Earl, thank you so much again for sitting in for me.
You did a
He
fantastic
made sure
job.
that we had homework, so please, please, please make sure you come prepared for a good discussion at the May 10th meeting.
And what meeting? What meeting is it?
May
Are
10th.
you kidding me?
No, you said May 10th about that. Okay.
The May 10th,
10th.
work session.
That's our work session.
And we're going over policy also, correct?
Yes. Yes, so we're going to go over policy. We're going to do our updates from Tampa. And then the bulk of our conversation is going to be on our board evaluation, taking a look at what we've done according to our goals from 2018, I believe it was. And then begin the conversation. We're not doing everything that night, but over the next several work sessions, we'll then work to build our self-evaluation too. Cool? Cool. All right. Well, then if we are all one accord, I am going to ask someone to please make a motion for us to adjourn tonight's meeting.
Madam Chair, I move that we adjourn the meeting.
And I'm going to second it.
All right. Meeting is